correct. We were having a blood drive. We have a blood drive at the UAA, and he was talking to a group, and I kind of slid in there because I was going to try to get people to recruit to get blood. And he was talking about how important it is the way the coaches interact with the media and the public as a whole. And the one thing he said, he goes, you can, we all have bad days. We're all going to lose. He said, but how you handle that loss publicly and to the Gator Nation, because he used to always say Gator Nation. He goes, and how you react to that to Gator Nation is the most important thing you can do. And the way Dan Mullen has reacted the last, let's say, 5 weeks has been incredibly conference.
Okay.
Straight.
Well, you said the way he responded to the last
That's
five
what
straight.
got him fired.
Yeah, but we didn't hear what
That's
you
what got
said.
him
We didn't
fired.
hear what you said. It broke up.
Oh.
You said the last 5 times, and then you went blank. So
The
what
la-
did he do the last 5 times,
right.
in your opinion?
So the last 5 games, the big one was I'm not going to fire my defensive coordinator, right?
Right.
And then 3 weeks later he fires him, and then he says, I'm not recruiting. I'm not really worried about next
not
year.
in season. I don't recruit in season. I'm not really worried about next year. While recruits are in the stands, by the way.
Correct. And then of course last week he's like, oh yeah, I thought we played pretty well offensively, and then he basically called out the players on defense. Can't do that. And then of course last week he was just kind of shucking and jiving in the press conference and didn't seem to be very upset that they lost in the press conference itself. I don't think if you're the AD, you don't look at Dan Mullen and say, if I don't fire him, they're going to fire me.
Hello.
That's what the AD's saying, because of if he would have come out, and also by the way, and Tom, you know this, the players know everything that happened to that press conference, because it's all over social media, and these kids are all over social media. And he basically didn't take any blame for it. And you can't do that. Spurrier was many things, but when he lost, he owned it.
Well,
he would say things or blame the officials.
By the way,
Spurrier,
you're entirely correct. Spurrier would say things like, well, I just guess we didn't have the guys prepared good enough this week. That's on the coaches. We went out there and we laid an egg, and that's coaching, folks. We didn't have them prepared to play the football game, and if we're not prepared to play the football game, it's not the young men's fault. It's preparation's the coach's job. He would say stuff like that. That's what Spurrier would say.
Correct. Or Bobby Bowden again.
Yeah, you're breaking up. We've lost you again. We've lost Galen again. I don't know where he's at. Where you at? We've lost you again. You said Bobby Bowden, and then we lost you. You said Bobby Bowden, and we lost you.
So Bobby Bowden would say the exact same thing, right? The coach got to do a better job, right? And he wouldn't call out a specific coach, but he would call out the coaches. And Spurrier would say, it's my fault. It's my fault. The game plan wasn't very good. They beat us in every phase of the game. I got to do a better job.
Well, Coach,
Bill Belichick did that.
Same thing.
Bill Walsh did that.
My coach, Coach Russell, who is considered the best 1AA coach or one of the best 1AA coaches in the history of football. I mean, while I was there, we only lost 5 times in 4 years, but still, every time it wasn't our fault; it was the coach's fault. They didn't have us prepared properly.
That's what you have to do as a coach. So you just don't want to. You can't win the press conference.
But you don't want to lose it.
Can't lose it, and that's why Mullen got fired.
He lost 5 weeks in a row. He lost 5 press conferences in a row.
Yeah.
And as the season as the season deteriorated, he got not snarky, but less serious as the defeats went on about what his part in all of this was.
Correct. And people handle stress differently. And I'm sure he was under a tremendous amount of stress. Right? I get it. It's an incredibly stressful job. But the way he talked to the fan And whether people like it or not, the press are fans, right? They are your fans.
They're our connection. They're the fans' connection to the program. Without the press, the fans would have no information at all. They, for all intents and purposes, are our representatives. When we want to ask questions, they ask them for us.
So Mullen got himself fired, right? I really believe that. He got himself fired. He got a $12 million buyout?
Right, $12 million.
I think he'll be okay. His agent is very happy today with that buyout. He gets it all up front. That's a nice 20%. So, yeah, and then let's see who they bring in. Lane Kiffin, I don't think is on the table. A, I don't think Florida wants him. But B, why would Lane Kiffin want to come to the University of Florida?
It's either there or Miami is what they're saying. And I'm thinking, hold on. Wait. I'm thinking, but Arch Manning is probably a shoe-in at Ole Miss. Why would he leave that situation when he's going to get what everybody's saying is a once-in-a-lifetime prospect at quarterback fall in his lap right at Ole Miss? Why the hell would he leave and go anywhere?
He's not going to Miami. Miami's not going to pay Lane Kiffin. By the way, I think it would be a perfect fit. He's got that swagger that Miami needs.
But he's got Arch Manning. But he's got Arch Manning coming to Ole Miss.
Yeah, Arch Manning's not going to Miami.
No, and he's not coming to Florida either.
And he's not coming to Florida. Boy, would he be a? By the way, he's going to be a superstar no matter where he goes.
Right. But it looks like Ole Miss is the inside track, and it ain't even close from everything I'm hearing.
That's correct. Well, yeah, he's going to Ole Miss.
I mean, everybody thought Peyton was going to Ole Miss too, and then he went to Tennessee. But from everything I'm hearing, Arch is going to Ole Miss.
Yeah, and then let's see what happens.
Here's the name I heard over the weekend.
I will say this. I think Lane Kiffin has a very good opportunity to win a national title at Ole Miss. I think he has an okay chance of winning a national title at Florida.
We need to take a break. When we come back, I'll tell you a name I heard over the weekend. Get your reaction to that. Plus, we'll talk Vanguard and Trinity Catholic. All that still with Galen Unall from Life South. We got him till 8:30 this morning, folks. We'll be right back after this timeout. 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. This is WOCA, The Source.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Are you or your loved one being released from a hospital and wondering how you'll manage? Inform your physician that you want to go to Palm Garden of Ocala at 2700 Southwest 34th Street for your rehabilitation. Palm Garden provides pain management, post-discharge follow-up, diabetic care, psychosocial support, and so much more. Plus, they even offer outpatient rehab. This award-winning care facility has a team of licensed professionals dedicated to enhancing your independence. Call 352-854-6262 today.
Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or the UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on a Monday, a rainy Monday here in the city of Ocala as the cold front is moving through and really going to chill things off over the next couple days. Galen Unall from Life South joins us. We're talking about the firing of Dan Mullen from the University of Florida and Who's next? By the way, sitting in the catbird seat here is this radio station with its proximity to the airport now, because, if we camp out here at night, Galen, we may be able to see secret meetings that happen from people flying into Ocala, because they don't fly into Gainesville for these meetings, as Scott Strickland proved last time with Chip Kelly and all. They fly into Ocala, so we may be in the catbird seat right here.
Yeah, maybe you'll see something.
So I heard a name over the weekend that intrigued me, and I thought, he's got baggage, but then, so Lane Kiffin's the king of baggage. Somebody said, it's not a sexy name that'll get you, but he's got SEC experience, and he's got an offensive mind, and he's winning at Liberty. And that's the name of Hugh Freeze. But I don't think you can sell Hugh Freeze to the Gator Nation.
No, I don't think they go offensive either. You know what you do when you fire a coach, you go on the other side of the football, right? You go from offense to defense, and that's just what you do. So I really expect they'll go with a defensive-minded coach.
I heard that they're gonna talk to Luke Fickell up at Cincinnati. Somebody said, yeah, but he's waiting for Ohio State. That Ohio State job's locked up for a while. That Ohio State job's not coming open for a while.
I think so. Unless, the coach self-destructs.
And then we heard Bobby Stoops coming out of the retirement. Bobby Stoops coming out of retirement. Somebody said, he's only 61. Saban's in his 70s coaching. Bobby Stoops with Florida ties, national championship defensive coordinator while at Florida, then national championship coach at Oklahoma. Bobby Stoops, if they throw, back a truckload of money up to him, could Bobby Stoops come here? A lot of speculation.
Yeah.
I figure, you know what I think is going to happen? I firmly believe it's going to be somebody that we go, huh? That's what I think is going to happen.
I don't. I think it'll be somebody we already know. You'll start hearing the rumors in the next couple of weeks. Nadler's out there. Lane Kiffin we talked about. I think there'll be somebody that all of a sudden just rises up. Somebody mentioned the Memphis coach, and I can't remember his name, and I'm like, what? Haven't even heard of that guy. But you never know. You never know. I mean, I think they'll do what they the good thing is they got rid of Mullen. Now, as a Florida State fan, this makes me mad because now this football team's going to rally around whoever the assistant coach is.
Greg Knox. Greg Knox.
Right. The team's going to rally around Greg Knox, and they're going to show, and they're going to play their butts off and beat Florida State. That's going to make me mad because Florida State had a chance. Still have kind of an outside chance to become bowl eligible.
The winner of this game the winner of the Florida State game is bowl eligible.
Yeah,
they're both 5 and 6. The winner of the game is bowl eligible.
And by the way, being bowl eligible is massively important for Florida State. That gives them 12 extra practices.
Yep. 15 extra, doesn't it? 15, I think.
15 extra. I can't remember. So it'll be interesting to see.
And when you're
how both teams play out.
When you're 6 and 6 and playing in the Poulin Weed Eater Bowl or the San Diego County Credit Union Who Cares Bowl or the Care Breast Cancer, because that's the only thing Orlando can get off of a New Year's Day bowl, those kind of bowls. You only worry about the 15 practices. You don't really care about the game or the outcome of the game.
And it does matter for recruiting, especially if you're recruiting in an area in which you're already recruiting. It's an easy way to invite some of the local kids to come and see a bowl game. It's your last real chance to hit them up before National Signing Day. There are some that matters. That matters. So it's much more important for Florida State than it is for Florida.
100%. 100%. Let's switch gears and talk about something that's much more important to our area besides Gator football and that Florida State football, and that's prep football. The Vanguard defense blocked the field goal, 3 interceptions, including one for a pick 6, and what was a tough game all the way through ended up with Vanguard pulling away towards the end for a 24-13 win over Lake Wales Friday.
Yeah, and again, that defense is special. Elijah Hopkins got a interception return for a touchdown. And that running back, again, back-to-back weeks with arguably the two best running backs in the state, and Vanguard shut them down for the most part. That front seven of Vanguard and their offense was pretty atrocious, apparently. I haven't watched the film yet.
Xavier Marlowe, he did get 147
yeah.
yards on 18 carries, the most Vanguard had given to any running back
Right.
all year.
Yeah, but if you looked at it, my son was at the game, and he said he got it on 2 runs. Apparently, the second play of the game, he took it like 85 yards. And then there was another one where he took one for 50. But outside of that, Vanguard shut him down. So, again, Vanguard's, if they get 14 points, they're going to win.
Yes.
I really believe that. I think this defense is that good. This is the every team that Farmer's had for the last 4 or 5 years has had Farmer all over it. You could see his impression on it, and I think this team is maturing the way that Coach Farmer has matured as a coach and as a person, and I think that's what you're beginning to see is the growth and development of that coach, and his team and his program is developing, and I think Vanguard's only going to get better over the next 5 years.
And they actually
they're only going to get better.
They've actually played disciplined football this year. They did have a couple penalties that cost them in this game, but they were able to rebound from that and win a tough game, 24-13. Then you flip the other coin. Trinity Catholic football coach says, "Hey," John Brantley said, "Hey, guess what we're doing? We got a team breakfast Thursday morning, then practice. And anytime you're practicing on Thanksgiving Day, that's a good year." He said that after the Celtics 7-2 come off a wallop of PK Young. I mean, they beat the brakes off PK Young 35-7 in what I thought was going to be a closer football game.
Yeah, and it's because of this. The Trinity Catholic Celtics cannot throw the football. I think they threw it for like 70-something yards. But they can run the heck out of the football behind that offensive line. And I think Brantley's like, look, playoffs. And he's great at that. It's not about ego for him. It's about winning the football game, playing behind that defense. And so they just ran the football. They gave the ball to Bo Beard, another former Steeler, by the way, for MCYFL. Again, there was 11 kids on one MCYFL team. They're going to play Division I football. Or Division I sport, and they just ran the football down their throat. Elijah Russell had a pretty big football game from the defensive end position, and that defense is clicking. They are playing really well. Now they take on Florida State, school, whatever the heck they're called, from Tallahassee. Have that game at home. 2 of the biggest games in the state are going to be played right here in Ocala.
They're playing Tallahassee. They're playing Florida High out of Tallahassee.
Yeah, unfortunately, I got a basketball game Friday night, so I can't go to either game. Just disappointing.
Vanguards will host Jones, and that's going to be, to me, I was talking to Clint Hart over the weekend.
That's the state title.
That's what I was talking to Clint Hart.
Right there.
I was talking to Clint Hart over the weekend, and Clint Hart said this game Friday, Vanguard and Jones, that will, because Jones matches up good with Vanguard. Their offensive line is big. And so Clint Hart said the state championship will be decided between Jones and Vanguard, just like you just said. Clint Hart believed when we were talking this weekend, this is the game that decides the state champion.
And Vanguard hasn't beat Orlando Jones. Well, 3 years ago, Vanguard with Trevante Rucker at quarterback and 4 other guys at quarterback went down to Orlando Jones, and they got beat. And you know why they got beat? They got out-coached. And I think they've made some significant changes on that coaching staff. And this will be a real test for Vanguard to see where they're at as a program. They've been in this position the last 4 years. This is nothing new. See if they can get over the hump.
Jones sent them home in 2000. Jones sent them home in 2019, the last time they played.
That's right. And I did that game, broadcast that football game in that tiny little bandbox of a stadium, and let's see what happens. I need to break down some film for Jones. I haven't watched them since week 3. But John Ivory, and when we did the state preview, we both said that's who Vanguard will play. And the difference is they're going to play that game at home versus on the road. So we'll see. I think Trinity Catholic can get past Florida State. We'll see if Vanguard can get past Orlando Jones.
It's Florida High School, not Florida State. Florida State's a college.
Come on. It's called FSU.
Right, because it's on the campus of Florida State, just like P.K. Young is
right.
the University of Florida's school.
They are the Seminoles. Just let me call them FSU.
Yeah, well, it's a lab school at FSU where teaching students go to do their lab work and everything, just like P.K. Young is at Florida.
Correct. That's correct.
So then you're going to break down some film. So we're going to ask you later in the week, probably Wednesday or Friday. I might give you till Friday because of the short week, because of Thanksgiving. Then we'll get your predictions for the upcoming high school football. You are the high school guy, so we'll ask you. And hey, we may know more about the rumors. There'll be a lot of rumors about Florida football. We may know more about those as well.
No, you're not going to hear any really good rumors.
Well,
until after the football game.
What I need to hear is where the blood bank is today, where the blood mobile is today.
Oh, I will tell you, there's a whole lot of tickets available for that game. The blood mobile, we're out of Marion Oaks. There's a Winn-Dixie out there. We're right there, and as always, we're right on the boulevard, 1607 East Silver Springs Boulevard. Please get out there, give the gift of life, donate blood. We are in emergency need of all types, and go Noles this week. Let's go. We need to get a win. Need to beat these Gators. They're terrible.
Yeah. All right. Galen, he knows what he's talking about, as a lot of people, there's tickets for sale everywhere. Galen, talk to you tomorrow.
Oh, they'll be free on Friday.
Talk to you tomorrow. We'll be right back.
Say Radio News with Chris Barnes.
It began like something out of a real-life Christmas story, but it ended in tragedy as in Waukesha, Wisconsin, an SUV